curious mind. What's machine learning? This question has been asked by many people, and of course, it has to do something with artificial intelligence. So, let's look at what's machine learning. So, let's look at what is machine learning in detail. Machine learning is nothing but a branch of artificial intelligence which is focusing on training your computer or machines to learn based on human programming automatically and to improve the performance and accuracy of any prediction. For example, if I give AI a lot of images of cat and dog, then it starts recognizing, oh, this is a cat image and this is a dog image. So a lot of data is required. And human beings are able to classify based on a dog image and a cat image whether this is a dog or a cat. Similarly, I'm training AI or the machine or computer, whatever you may say, to classify the data based on a particular labeling. So this is a classification problem where I'm giving AI a lot of images, one of dog, one of cat, and then it should be able to recognize a dog and a cat from the image itself. So that is training your machine or your computer to learn based on images or patterns, based on labeling. Either the data is labeled or unlabeled. So this is a classification problem. For example, even it can be extended little further to Gmail. Is it a mail? Is it a spam or a not a spam? So Gmail has started using that, and also some of the mails you may not be reading your mails, and it will ask you, do you want to unsubscribe from this mail because you're not using that much. So all this is nothing but AI. Already AI has been implemented by Google in Gmail. We all see that. Next, let's look at what a large language model is. So, picture you have a giant library and you have every book, every article in the library, and there's a super smart person who's maybe the librarian, for example. He has read everything, every document, every magazine, and he's able to give you the response. Whatever question you ask, he is able to give you a human text format message. That's what a LLM is. It's a large language model. And now let's look at why it's called large language model, because we have massive amount of text or data, large data sets like books, and it's trained on all these patterns, relationships, and structured languages, and hence there's a huge data set on what this AI has got trained, and now it has massive data and it is able to answer your questions in prompt like questions. That's exactly what a chat GPT does. There's a prompt and it says, what do you want me to do? You say, I want to write a blogspot about say AI or LLM or chat GPT. It's able to give you the content, and that's exactly what a large language model does. It has been trained on a huge data set, large data set, and it understands English language. So what's the structure, what are the patterns, relationships? It understands English grammar language, the structure, and it's able to give us responses which make sense. Most of the time it just makes perfect sense. So we need to give the right questions, prompts to the ChatGPT, and it's able to give us perfect responses. So instead of just theory, let's just look at chatgpt.com, and I have asked ChatGPT a question, write an article about what is LLM. Whatever your question is, you can ask ChatGPT that, and it just throws up an answer. What is LLM? So when I look at the whole article, it's making complete sense. It says that LLM is a large language model and how this is developed and how LLMs are trained. What do you respond when you get a correct question? It gives you correct output, whereas if there is a wrong question asked, then it is not allowed to take that. And capabilities of LLMs: generative text, answers your requests, and translate languages, all of this. So it's here. You can ask anything. So maybe I can say write a program to show thread concept and say Java programming language. And now I click on this. So that's how you ask ChatGPT whatever question you have, and it starts generating your output. Here's a Java program where it's demonstrating the thread concepts. Perfect. So that's how most of the code has been developed now using Copilot or ChatGPT. And who has developed ChatGPT? The parent company is called OpenAI. So OpenAI has developed ChatGPT, and that's basically developed to have a conversational way of talking. For example, how do you tell a person, write a program that demonstrates something to do with Java threading language? And I just asked it in that conversational way, and it's able to respond. If you ask the right kind of questions, it accepts your request and it's able to give you responses in a proper way. But it is also allowed to reject any inappropriate requests. So that's how OpenAI has been developed, and it's a great technology to know and learn from. So basically, students are using this to learn a lot of programming language, all things about AI, and this is like a giant house of library available on fingertips to all students who want to learn and make progress in life. Any questions that you may have, like why do bears hibernate, anything, you can just look it up, and this gives you perfect answer. Of course, we have Google, but this is a conversational way of asking and it gives you the responses. Say, for example, if I have a story to write, for example, and I hit a creative roadblock and say, ChatGPT, can you help me write the story? Continue to write the story. And it starts with once upon a time, far, far away, and so on. So ChatGPT helps us. It says, once upon a time in a and far away there was a young princess who dreamed about an adventure. That's a creative start. It's like chatting with your best friend. Can you help me please? Share with me a nice recipe of making a sandwich. So ChatGPT is saying that you can make a great sandwich by using ingredients and making it crisp and use lots of vegetables, quality meat if you want, cheese, and spread the choice, whatever salad dressings, your favorite kind, and that's how it gives you a recipe. So it's basically as easy as chatting with your friend. Can you share a recipe of how to make the best recipe for a sandwich? So that's pretty like a conversational way. So another big update we have seen very recently was Microsoft integrating its Bing with the Copilot with OpenAI integration, and they have developed Copilot, and that's giving us different types of prompt. So, do you want to show me the result, execute, and explain? So it just gives us different prompts, and you can use one of them and get started. Kickstart a draft. So draft an email about, say, your marketing thing or something, and it helps you do that. So it gives us various prompts, and we can engineer those prompts in a best accurate way, and ChatGPT or Copilot is able to give us excellent results, and this branch is called prompt engineering as well. So it's able to help people write up emails for them. Even LinkedIn, we have seen that when you try to do, it has a lot of AI integration. So we see that Microsoft, Google, Amazon, Facebook, everywhere AI integration is happening. This is the era of AI, and yeah, how else do you think Amazon suggests you what you need to buy next? The recommendations section of Amazon is all developed using AI, and if you go to Netflix, Netflix suggests you which movie do you want to watch based on your previous watch history. Netflix suggests you that this is another movie you might like. How does it know? Because it has your watch history, and based on all your different watch histories, say you have been watching a lot of comedy movies, then it would suggest you the next comedy movie and in the language that you have watched. And Amazon is able to get all your purchase history and able to make recommendations for you. That's again AI, and AI is getting smarter by the day. And of course, it's able to predict what people want to buy, and it just shows up that incredibly efficiently, and that's how it's making our life easier. And Copilot, one of the things students are finding use is doing their homework. Ask ChatGPT or Copilot all the questions, and but of course the teachers are definitely way smarter, and they're able to identify that this answer is all generated by Copilot, and that's also one disadvantage I could say of AI and Copilot, that we have to use this to learn, and we should also learn where we should not use it and draw a line that here I'm not going to use AI for this, doing my homework and stuff. But of course, for learning new things, I'm going to use Copilot. So we, as new technology emerges, we need to draw lines. We need to come up with where to use, where not to use the user's discretion. Also, last but not the least, let's look at what types of laptops are really doing good in 2025, and what are great laptops to have for older kids. And I suggest Microsoft Surface has been an excellent one, because Microsoft is always known for its user-friendly nature. But if, however, it's not your first laptop and you're a tech-savvy person, probably going for Apple MacBook can be great. Yeah, Apple MacBook has an excellent um, it's super fast, and we can do all the tech savvy things with that. And of course, if you're looking for a laptop where you want to do gaming, then Acer Nitro is an excellent laptop for kids. So hope this was helpful. Please do like, share, and subscribe to my channel for more such videos. Thank you.